Chairperson CSR and ESG Committee and Customer Service Committee of the Board. She is on the board of the bank since December 2022. Dr. Pawan Kotwal, IAS. Dr. Kotwal is Chief Secretary, UT Ladakh, a non-executive, non-independent director on the board of the bank since July 2023. Dr. Kotwal could not be present at today's meeting due to official commitments. He is seeking for reappointment as a
friends and brothers. और एक बात ये, हालांकि ये छोटी है लेकिन ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है J&K के लिए। आपका कैलेंडर जो है J&K बैंक का कैलेंडर, ये हमारा कैलेंडर है, क्योंकि यहाँ J&K में जितने भी लोग हैं, from one corner to another corner, we are associated, affiliated with the J&K Bank, whether ये pensioners हैं या जो भी इस वक्त वर्किंग में हैं, J&K बैंक से ही अपनी सैलरी ड्रॉ करते हैं। ठीक, ये जो जनाब आप कैलेंडर निकालते हैं, इस दफा बहुत डिले हुआ। ये आपका कैलेंडर सिर्फ चाय वाले की दुकान पे नहीं, ये जज रूम के, कोर्ट रूम के जज भी इसको देखकर डेट रखते हैं। तो जनाब आइंदा से जरा इसका करें। थैंक यू वेरी मच। और आपको सर मैं अपनी तरफ से और तमाम शेयर होल्डर वालों की तरफ से आपको मुबारकबाद देता हूं और आपको वेलकम करता हूं, जो किसी ने नहीं किया। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया।
दास्तान एक ख्वाब की जो देखा गया था इस धरती के हर फर्द तक खुशहाली और की मईशत और इक़्तिसादियत के लिए रीढ़ की हड्डी का काम कर रहा है। पिछले चंद वर्षों से खासकर बैंक ने एक नई रफ्तार के साथ प्रगति के नए आयाम रखे। बैंकिंग के हर क्षेत्र में बैंक ने अपनी
So I request the directors present to elect a chairman for today's meeting. Independent Director and Chairman, Integrated Risk Management Committee of the Board. He is on the board of the bank since January 20.
Say, we have the branches which are located in Jammu and Kashmir. 100% of these branches are profit-making branches. So it will obviously be necessary for us to continue our business growth strategy through the branches and the people of Jammu and Kashmir through various schemes, and also that will provide us with the opportunity to be a part of the growth of this geography. Having said that, we also need to derive maximum that we can from the branches, almost 180 odd branches that are there outside Jammu and Kashmir. So I believe going forward in the next 3 to 5 years, our aim would be to have a business composition which will be 50% from each, 50% from Jammu and Kashmir and 50% from the rest of India. That is the aim that we have. Thank you.
So the second question is from Mr. Gulab.
As I mentioned, we are already present in 20 other states. So time for us now is to consolidate our efforts, business performance in these areas. We already have branches in all major cities in the country. Yes, we will definitely want to expand. We would want to expand to all the unbanked areas within this state, within this UT, and then of course wherever we find good opportunities coming our way in the rest of the country, we will definitely want to expand. But currently there is no massive plan to expand across the country. Since we are already present, we will first want those branches to be productive enough for us to take a call in future. Yes, we would also like to look at the centers where we are not present, and we believe that there is sufficient opportunity for us to be there. We will definitely expand there. but there is no definite geography that we are aiming at. It depends on the viability and the opportunity available.
So the next question is from Mr. Abdul Hamid. He wants to know, does the bank have any plans to raise further capital in the near future?
See, as I mentioned, the CRAR at the moment is quite healthy and comfortable at 16.29. But the growth plans that we have will require us to raise the levels of capital adequacy further. So we do have plans to raise capital during this financial year, probably in the fourth quarter. The time and the amount would be obviously announced in due time.
So next question is from Mr. Riaz Ahmed. He says that bank has recently migrated from LCUs to CPs for corporate loans. Why has this been done? How do you see this benefiting the bank as well as the borrowers?
See, the LCU structure was introduced with a very good intention. The intention was to have standardized approach towards the large corporate loans or the medium-sized corporate loans, so that we can have lesser number of audit objections and deviations from the policies. Because various branches, they would treat every account with their own mindset. So that is the reason why it was decided to park all the major large size or mid-sized SME and corporate loans in LCUs. However, this resulted in a little bit of disconnect with the customers, because the LCUs were located in 5-6 centers, and since we are present across the country, and the customers who were interacting or banking with certain branches were required to come to the LCUs. Now, the benefits, the practices of LCU will continue with the shift from LCU to CPC structure, where all the processing, monitoring and everything for the customer will be taken care of by the CPCs, which will be a non-customer facing front of LCU. And the customer will have to interact only with the branches of their choice. The services required by the customers will be provided by the respective branches. So this will create an atmosphere where customers are benefited. So the shift from LCU to CPC has primarily been done with the customers focus in mind, so that the customer service doesn't get affected. This will also help the branches to be more interested in business and sourcing business. Thank you.
Amir Rahman writes that there have been many certain instances wherein your customers have been aggrieved and have had complaints about customer service, like on the issue of change in EMI dates or issues with your digital banking platforms. What plans do the bank have to address such grievances and to enhance customer satisfaction?
We are very sensitive to the change in EMI date, as it was broadly announced and circulated, was primarily done to help the customers. The customers were unnecessarily being classified as defaulters because of no fault of theirs, because the EMI dates did not match with their salary dates or the dates on which the payments came to their accounts. So it was just realignment of the EMI dates with the salary dates, which has helped the one-time default, or what we call SMA zeros in our bank, to come down by more than 50%. It's more than 50% now. So both ways now, the civil scores of the customers will not be affected, and at the same time, the bank will be now in a better position to focus on the real SMEs. So that was one reason why it was done, and I believe that as and when it was felt that there was some liquidity issue because of the preponement, although we had not charged any extra EMI, there was only one EMI per month. Because of the preponement, there was some liquidity issue, and the bank was quick enough to provide that liquidity to all those who needed that liquidity for next 20-30 days, and I think that provided the relief to all the customers. So I would say that bank has always been receptive and very, very sensitive to the cause of the customers. As far as our digital platforms are concerned, especially the ATMs, we have had problems with ATM outages. That is something which not only our bank but many banks in the country had faced because of a particular vendor becoming bankrupt who had provided a lot of ATMs to many banks, including us. So that problem we have sorted out. Going forward, I believe that gradually it will come to zero. We will have nil outages as far as ATMs are concerned. We are also in the process of upgrading our technology and creating redundancy in as respect of applications as well as human resources, so that the downtime related to all the applications can be brought down substantially. Going forward, I believe this will be a landmark year where we plan, our bank has a strategy and a plan to reduce the downtime to zero. So going forward, we would have much better availability of all applications in the bank.
So Dr. Manzoor Ahmed Shah has raised two queries. His first query is that annual report 2024-25 reveals that operating expenses have registered an increase of Rs 248.55 crores over the previous financial year 2023-24, which could have been easily cut down. What is your take on this issue?
Operating expenses can never be aligned with what has happened in the past and what is going to happen in the future. There are one-time issues which come around, and it is how well a bank is able to contain that and going forward reduce it is what the operating efficiency is all about. I believe if the CFO would have the breakup, he would provide the breakup of the operating expenses increase separately. No, what's the next question?
So next question of Dr. Manzoor is that customer relationship marketing or customer delight is core to any banking entity. Hence, customer-friendly behavior of staff and provision of quality services assume paramount importance to customer delight. Would you please spell out the steps taken by bank in this direction?
A very good question, and it also resonates what Mr. Vaidya was speaking on customer service. I believe what he mentioned in the later part of his speech as to introduce competition within this geography so that the complacency coming out of the monopolistic situation can be avoided. Having said that, essentially the branches of Jammu and Kashmir Bank have been service-oriented branches. We have shifted from a service approach to a sales and service approach, and we have already introduced and implemented that initiative in our branches. Every day, I believe some senior functionary from the bank is speaking to each and every branch. See, we have been used to a certain kind of service that we have been providing for the last 87 years. Things have changed the way services recognized today is different from what it was earlier. Relationship banking, I would say there are many aspects which need to be added to the way our people serve the customers. I am absolutely, I agree with what you have said. The aim is to improve the customer service going forward, and the process has already started. I am very sure that next time when you visit a branch, you will find a difference. It takes time because it was in a certain way that we have been used to serving our customers. We are making the changes, and again, this is one of the major initiatives going forward which will enable us to improve our business performance as well.
So next question is from Sabal Altaf. She says, how does the bank plan on sustaining and improving its profitability in view of the pressure on margins given the repo rate cut?